Hey guys, overall, we had a really big reaction to the Microsoft's earnings call yesterday. We obviously, as you can see here, we were looking really nice, and then it just straight trailed off around the time that we started that. We had probably one of the biggest red opens we have had in a month or two now. But the most surprising thing about the day, or maybe not so surprising, was this very nice V bottom, 393.6 support bounce, just absolute recovery throughout the day. So I've mentioned it for weeks now, pretty much since about here, maybe even here, that I am bullish, and I still have no doubt right now at least that we are going to at least touch 405.3. We still very well could look to retest this 410 top here, but that will be remain to seen if we can get there before FOMOC next week. So the biggest things that happened today, if we look at it from a bullish standpoint or just really a general unbiased standpoint here, we had a huge breakdown. We had gapped down. We were holding this 395.9 to 396.6, which I call this a double support, double resistance area, double level really. This happened right here also. You can see basically what happens with these double levels, which basically what it is it's a super tight area of about $1 or less, where we have just two major areas of price action, and that turns into a pivot point. So we had broken over it, lost it, and then we had broken over it and we were holding it here. When we had broken under it and gapped under it and was this morning holding 395.9 as resistance, that to me was very bearish at the time. That told me that this double bottom, which really you can look at it as the pivot point of a channel, this 400.6 would be resistance, and either 391.5 or really all the way down here to 387.8 would be support. So with this pivot point, now that we recovered over it, that gives bullish push. However, the bulls still need to break this 400.6 level. This is now day 3 of unable to close over it, even though we have touched it for 3 days in a row now. That's a major level that we have to get through tomorrow if we want to see continuation. We did come down, we tested the daily 20 EMA support, tested the daily 8 EMA support, and we closed over all of those. We actually even got a bullish engulfing candle here too for yesterday's. So really I am seeing an upside push. My target is going to be a test of this 402.1 resistance. This is the bear channel resistance, pretty much the last hope for the bears is to hold that level there. From there, we have 402.7 and then 405.3, which will be, in my opinion, one of the bigger resistance tests. Break through that, and then that starts opening this upside to the 420s. Taking a look at futures here, we have that double level right here, actually, but really the futures is 40.32 to about 40.38. We came all the way down here. We held the daily 20 EMA. Daily 8 EMA, and we got a daily 8 over the 200 EMA, which has not happened since December, before or the first month of December here. Now the major level that the bulls have to get through and close over tomorrow is 40.38. If the bulls can get through that level and close over that, the next big level is 40.55, which was the double top from CPI. From there, it's pretty much a clean shot to 40.95, which should bring SPY up to about, because this was the top from December 1st, we should be looking for about 410 on SPY if we can do that. This very well could happen by the end of the week. It could happen tomorrow, honestly, with how crazy this market's moving. I mean, it'd be a $10 day, but more or less, I'm expecting a test of somewhere between 403 and 405 tomorrow. And most likely, futures is going to try to close over 40.55 and somewhere in this range right here. Taking a look at Tesla, we're up about 3.6%. It has since, I was listening to the earning call when I was doing my written TA. Elon barely didn't have anything negative to say. They were talking about some nice record-setting moves. Said Cybertruck production will start in the summer. However, not to really expect that till 24. Basically said cost cutting, like price cutting on actual vehicles was bullish because more people can afford it now. So overall, he had a very positive note. I did not hear anything negative. I guess you guys can't see it because it's cut off. But Tesla right now is up 3.8%. It's sitting at about 49.9 here, as you see. Overall, pretty good earnings call, in my opinion. So looking at this bull channel, we remain in this bull channel, and I talked about in my written TA. When I was in the written TA, we were holding this 146.2. Overall here, Tesla had a double top right here at this 143.8. We have bounced over that and closed over it. This is also a daily 8 EMA support test. Honestly, this would have been a really good entry here for a call, like a longer dated call, if it was not for earnings. Until we break this bull channel here, and really until we break the 8 and 20 EMA again, Tesla is pretty bullish actually. We are pretty much coming into a daily 50 EMA retest now, which tomorrow, that'll be about 152.9, so only about a $2 more push up. Not too hard for Tesla to do. Tesla's pushing even higher now. We're up about 4.5%. That should really push SPY up. SPY is not reacting too much right now, but by tomorrow, I would not be surprised to see a move up here. Taking a look at the Tesla weekly, I talked about this too in the written TA. I would not mind going long tomorrow morning. Maybe wait for a slight pullback, maybe wait till Friday, depending on what you think is going to happen. But on some longer DTE calls here, as you can see, we have the weekly bear channel right here. If the bulls break through either 158.9 tomorrow or Friday, or next week we break through 150.2, we are going to see that channel broken, and that should lead to some upside. With a good earnings call that we just had, and presumably a beat on earnings and everything like that, I honestly am looking for a pretty big upside push on Tesla, and I think that will be moved with the markets too. I have no doubt that if Tesla can break over this 150.5 area here, that we really probably are going to look for a test on the high 170s. Maybe even come up and retest the daily or the weekly 200 EMA here. So I do like Tesla calls here, but I might wait for a slight pullback, either tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon maybe, or in the morning if we get like a quick flash sell-off. If you don't trade Tesla too much, a lot of times these mornings look like this. We'll have a big move and a flash dump, and then the first 30 minutes it reverses. So I would consider something like that for an entry, but overall, I like Tesla there. Biggest thing here on the VIX, which I know the VIX is detached a lot and I don't really trade it very much just because of that. It's hard to trust what it's going to do, is the fact that this morning we had a huge move up. We had touched exactly on this blue resistance line right here, which goes all the way back to October. We've rejected 20.9 on the dot, and then we hard dumped. When we rejected this 20.9, I immediately looked for calls on SPY, because I knew we were going to start selling off. We closed back on the daily 8 EMA. The VIX right here tells me that overnight move was a major overreaction and that the markets remain bullish. So I remain bullish. I fully am expecting, this is SPY weekly chart here. As you can see, we have pushed through that resistance line already. I still remain that we are going to test this 408.8 resistance, maybe all the way up to 410. If we really run hard, we could have a pretty big blow off top, something like this, and maybe even push all the way up in the 420 next week before FOMOC. It just kind of depends. I think markets are going to go into FOMOC very bullishly, but I think they're going to get disappointed. Looking at crypto here, it's come back a little bit, but it was really pushed up here during after Tesla's earnings came out. So overall, a lot of bullish indicators right now, and I definitely remain bullish. Thanks for tuning in for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and like to stay updated. Drop a comment if you have any questions. This is the permanent Discord link. Sometimes that does not work for whatever reason. Just go ahead and drop a comment, send me a message, and I will get you an updated link so you can get to the Discord. Some of the advantages of the Discord is I do a pre-market update with key support and resistance levels every day. And also throughout the day, I do live intraday commentary on SPY and the general market. And I also do live intraday buy and sell alerts. You can follow me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok as SPY Optionaire, and on Reddit as Daddy Dersh.